Banking was very different back in 1892, but it's interesting as we look back at the various minutes and strategic plans going back many years, the foundation of the association has really been the same.
We had adding machines. We did have these great big adding machines that sat on the floor on their own stand with a little table beside.
They were huge. When they broke, they used them for boat anchors out in the lake.
And the significance of change over my 38 years has been just light speed.
We used to have machines that were certainly larger than this room, that their whole job was to sort the checks by the magnetic code on the bottom.
You put a stack of checks in, key in some coding, and it would flash them all in and make a recording of what all that information was.
And believe it or not, on a passbook account at one point we paid 5%.
When I started the bank, February of 1982, the prime rate was 21.5%. I opened my bank making mortgages to people at prime +2.
I always used to say that we bankers were friends, but if you throw a dollar bill down between us, we're both going to scramble for it.
There was the Mutual Savings Banks Association, and there was the New Hampshire Bankers Association. And the New Hampshire bankers were all the commercial banks, all the stock banks. And the Savings Bank Association were all a mutual savings bank.
Once the industry, both the savings banks, the thrift industry and the commercial bank industry, once they were fighting and arguing and promoting and advocating for similar things, not we have this, we don't want you to have that, once that was eliminated, we're in this together. And doesn't it seem silly for us to have two associations when in fact together we can be stronger, united, and speak for one banking voice?
We are the voice of New Hampshire banking since 1892, and we see our role as advocating for everyone, sharing the message of what New Hampshire's banking industry is doing collectively. And so today, we have the same goal that we had back in 1892, where we have bankers coming together from all across the state of New Hampshire, and through their direction and leadership, the association is able to advocate for banks of all sizes, both at the state level and nationally.
They can take our concerns, understand them, and then articulate them to the people who don't deal with what we deal with on a daily basis.
New Hampshire Bankers acts as an umbrella to be able to bring all these different entities under one roof. Another thing that the association does for all of the banks in the state is a lot of education and training to help our staffs, our people, to be the best that they can be at.
In the 90s and then in 2008, I think that we all felt that we weren't alone, because when you have an association, you can get together and talk about what's happening, what's going on.
So this organization has for a very long time recognized the symbiotic relationship between community-based financial institutions and the communities that they serve. If the bank doesn't do well, the community doesn't do well, and if the community isn't doing well, the bank isn't going to do well.
I get to help people buy their first home. I get to help somebody look at what they might be doing for retirement. I get to open a child's first savings account.
We're in business to help our communities thrive and help our customers do better. And whether that's a mortgage loan to a family or a business loan to a small business starting out, really at the end of the day, the local banks are part of what contributes to the success and the economic vitality of the entire community.
You know, at the end of the day, my involvement with the New Hampshire Bankers Association has been really at the cornerstone of why I am so proud to be a New Hampshire banker.